And Chris Baru as they take to the air the Debonair and the Fitz S1S. Down to the ground performance by Chris Baru. Stage right at Valleyfield in Skyrace, Tasmania, spinning down into the airshow center line, Mr. Chris Baru. Rolling around, he goes to that vertical line. Very difficult to see exactly where you're going with only the blue sky for reference in front of you. Chris now looking out over his left shoulder, picking up the horizon as the aircraft turns round and around, and then reproducing the same line, only this time straight down. As an aerobatic competitor, the lines are very important. Notice the exact 45-degree lines, the exact vertical and the exact horizontal lines, as Chris Baru turns it loose inside the cockpit, all the way to the forward right-hand corner, and it's upside down now, pushing through 3 parts of an octagonal outside loop. And this is the maneuver that makes all the blood rush to the bald spot. Down the outside, here's the hard push now as Chris Baru completes the giant stop sign in the sky, the outside octagonal loop. And for those of you that are interested, Chris also gives mother-in-law rides. It speeds up to 240 miles an hour. That is called the arch as Chris Baru goes over the top, bridging over the top in knife edge formation. Showing the fuselage with Doug on the wing. It's excitement once again in the Fitz S1S as Chris Baru turns the Fitz upside down and wrong way around for tumble time in the sky. Once again, as he tumbles on a vertical line up to the sky, and you hear that engine screaming in protest as Chris levels the aircraft up. Full of the Country Club Casino home pylon. There's a pancake vertical roll now as Warren Stevens turns on the spoke in the Debonair, giving Chris Baru a reference point to find him from. Warren Stevens holding in a tight left-hand turn as Chris Baru pushes the throttle forward and advances on the tail of the Debonair. Now, if you watch closely, you have his eyes tightly closed, and you'll see why in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible pole roll by Mr. Chris Baru and Mr. Warren Stevens, and I hope you've got your video cameras rolling now. Carefully as Chris Baru goes to the inverted position around the Debonair once again, forms up in echelon formation. Rolling over here from the left and to the right. The Fitz Debonair mirror formation. As he comes by, take off your scarf, give him a wave as he comes by. A tremendous performer from Adelaide in South Australia, Mr. Chris Baru. The airplane has what's known as a symmetric, has suddenly found the world turning around and around inside that pits before he's rolled to the end of the runway. In fact, I was taught by a very prominent aerobatic pilot, Mr. Bob Herendeen, in the United States, who gave me one tip, which has probably saved me from more ground loops than any other. And that is, he said, the landing is over when you snap the lock on the hangar door. Up here on the stand with me, I'm pleased to have my nephew down from Sydney. His name is Duncan Jones, and in fact, Duncan is one of the people that loves to do this on weekends, and in fact was introduced to aviation through models. Duncan, these model helicopters are something that you regularly fly, right?
Not so often. I'm just beginning on them at the moment.
But in the air, is there actually gyro stabilization inside the helicopter?
Yeah, there's a gyro inside it which keeps the tail from wiggling and...
The glide. Into the air, that is the 60 size helicopter featuring the 10cc motor. Inside or barnstormer's loop. Followed by a second loop, and that, of course, in honor of the famous French artist Toulouse-Lautrec. Today, that's the... And here's German AA-1A. Okay, the race is right now. That's race number 74. There's this look. Right lap. Head to head. They come by. The start line is firing for the first time. Who do we have here? Practice, of course, and our flying personnel out there didn't get a chance to practice yesterday, so they figured they would just see what it feels like there at this point. I think that Derek could almost look at that perfect spread all the way out there. They're about 1.2 seconds apart at that speed. Going by over 9, he in fact, Darren McGilvray did at that turn. Running in on 153. Very, very close racing by these aircraft, and what's interesting is, of course, they're made to a formula. Indicating about 220 knots or 450 kilometers per hour as he went by that time from the north. Watch now as Mike Bowles comes from the left-hand side and describes the giant figure 8 lying on its side in the sky. This is a maneuver known as the Cuban 8. Also sometimes known as the Povey 8, first performed actually in Havana, Cuba by a pilot, an American pilot by the name of Len Povey. He pulled up just as Mike is doing now, intending to produce an inside loop. He got to the top, realized he didn't have enough altitude to complete the loop, so half-rolled the airplane in the opposite position, and then repeated the maneuver in the opposite direction. Members of the Cuban Air Force, for whom he was performing after he got down, asked him what that maneuver was. He said, "That's a brand new maneuver that I just invented, and I'm calling it in honor of you, the Cuban 8. 1340, a radial engine of 1,340 cubic inches, developing 600 horsepower. The most difficult maneuvers to do in any aerobatic airplane, but particularly in an aircraft of this size, is a maneuver known as the slow roll. The airplane has to be flown continually throughout all latitudes as Mike raises the nose about 15 degrees above the horizon and then commences a roll around to the left, slowly rolling the airplane through the sky. As Mike comes on around, looking at the ground from upside down once again. And these are maneuvers that were taught to military pilots during the Second World War to ready them for air combat maneuvering. Add another 4, it becomes an 8-point hesitation roll, which is what Mike is performing right now, stopping the aircraft at each 45 degrees of rotation. But actually what he did was put the wheels up. Then he rolled right side up again, the wheels were down, so he actually, it was, as Mike called, the one aircraft coming by in front of us, is in the Grumman AA-1A. Fly regularly all over Australia. He's been flying for about 30 years. Dan was a member of this, and he went on to wings of the National Service. Mike Falls from Melbourne flying the AT-6 Texan. Fabulous job out there, Michael. A voice familiar to many of you here in Rochester.
Everyone here at Skyway Tasmania is again already we're only early into the Saturday, but already we've seen some good racing and we've seen lots of...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on takeoff, we have the glider going into the sky. The tow plane is a Blanca Scout, a 180 horsepower, fixed pitch propeller, wooden propeller, workhorse. From the Tunbridge, south of Ross, a display of 2 gliders at Valleyfield right here. Wow, look at what right now, not 0.2 of a second, but 2 1.
Just under 1,000 hours of experience, with about 650 of those hours being spent financially.
So Kevin Warren has completed lap number 5. He's coming around to complete his race with regard to 6 laps. His total time is
here in Tasmania. The word is out. International presence here at Valley.